guys, my name is Cierra June, and no, this is not Opposite Day. I'm actually hosting this podcast, and I will be for the next 2 months. So kick back, relax, and enjoy the chaotic energy this host entails. So today we are interviewing two guests, Scott and Jen, who were former hosts of the show, and so we're doing a little transition ritual kind of thing. I don't know. We can make one up. So Scott is an amazing videographer who makes a lot of really, really cool stuff and partners with Adobe, which I think is really cool. And Jen, who is an amazing musician and singer and a songwriter, and we work together pretty well. I freaking love her. She's pretty cool. She's got so many cool stuff going on. So, yeah, let's bring them up. Hey, guys.
Hello.
Hey,
Hello.
how's it going?
Doing good. How are you?
Doing good.
Yeah, hosting this podcast is doing pretty well. The first few minutes.
Yeah.
Got
minutes are
this.
doing pretty well. So,
It's
as a
well, the
host,
Go ahead. Yeah.
no, go on.
I was just gonna say it's gone well the first couple months, and we're ready to pass the torch on to you and let you take over.
Yep.
Oh yeah, yep. So from host to former hosts, now I'm the like just one host now, so I gotta do like double duty. What have you learned from being the first host of this podcast?
I've learned that it's a real job.
Yeah.
It's not just like, oh, I'm just gonna turn on my video and it goes. So like it takes work and dedication, and also I've learned that like all your guests are gonna be so different, and you have to be prepared for on the fly to kind of adjust to them.
Yeah. And some of them could be famous.
True.
Ooh.
Yeah. It is a job, but it's fun at the same time. And like Jen said, you have to be able to adjust on the fly because interviewing multiple people at once, you may have different personalities and have to learn how to navigate and push forward in the conversation. And yeah, it's been fun interviewing the people we have, but there's a lot of preparation before each episode, organization, and I mean, seeing the hard work you put into your music, I know you've got this.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you.
got this, yeah.
Thank you. I feel like this is good practice because it's not one person, it's two people in the first episode. So I jump started, and I feel like you guys would like, since you're the first host, like you guys would have to like make your own rules or something like that. Like, oh yeah, do you guys have any rules that you guys made up or
We had like
to follow?
a format kind of. So we had like
Yeah, we keep the same format each time. Jen and I had our little fun introduction that we would switch off each time, and then just a lot of autistic people require seeing the script beforehand, so preparing questions ahead of time. But then you want to navigate those questions because you may not ask them in the exact order it's going because you want it to flow naturally. So while everyone's talking, you're thinking, and
yeah. But it's fun.
Yep. Yeah, my mom, I brought it up to my mom like, oh my god, Liz wants me to be the next host, and mom's like, ooh, that's a great idea. That's good for your conversational skills. I was like, oh yeah, that's very true.
Yeah.
I guess it's a good way to practice stuff like that because I'm usually just sitting in the back wall, just hanging out, or just hanging out with my neurodivergent friends, fellow neurodivergent friends. Ooh, okay, this is interesting. Are there any guests that you were gonna put on the show that didn't work out?
I know it's. Oh yeah, I really wanted to get Tanner from Love on the Spectrum. I know that was one I really wanted.
We also
Yeah.
wanted the other guy with the blonde curly hair from Love on the Spectrum.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's from Boston.
Yeah.
I think he is. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he should come to Stars Fest.
Dude, get out of my head. I was just
Dude,
thinking that. I'll
I'm
write that
in
down.
I'm literally in everyone's head. My boyfriend's head, mostly. Okay.
So, so
Well,
I've seen you two have been making Instagram reels together. How's that going?
oh yeah.
It's really fun.
Yeah.
I like making videos with Sierra because she's always like, "Yeah, let's do it." I'm
Yeah.
like, "Okay,
Yeah.
so what is this?" And she has really good ideas, and it's been fun. We're gonna do another session where we make a whole another batch. I can't wait.
Oh yeah,
Awesome.
she's gonna come over this time.
We have
Yes.
to start doing our two paw and lemonade videos,
Yes.
and we could do some videos from afar.
Yes, for
Yeah.
sure.
Nice. We gotta bring Tiny Mike interviews back. I love those.
I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Shoot, I live by like two parks. We could do something there. We could just walk
Yeah,
over there. Yeah, that'd be kind of fun.
I'm gonna make arrangements. I am.
Where in
Nice.
Florida do you live, Sierra?
I live in Largo, Florida, which is by Clearwater Beach. If you guys don't know where that is,
I know where that
but
is.
I usually just say Tampa, Florida. But I live by the beach. Like I can walk to the beach from my house. It's really nice.
So
Oh,
you're
nice.
really close to Jennifer then. I lived in Sarasota for 6 months about.
Hmm.
Yeah. But
And
yeah.
he's a Colorado. He's a Colorado
In
man at heart.
Colorado, I mean that's why I've got the mountains on my tattoo, and I'm getting another
Nice.
tattoo here this week, and it's gonna take 8 hours. I don't know if I have it in me.
Whoa.
Oh my
Whoa.
goodness. I'd go to sleep.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring my iPad and headphones and just tune out as much as I can.
Sierra, do you have
How?
any tattoos?
No.
Me
No.
either.
I want a tattoo though. I want like a music tattoo or something.
Yeah, that'd
Yeah.
be
Something
cool.
along the lines of music and autism.
Yep. I would start small. Originally mine started with just this like serenity prayer and then
Mm.
expanded to the film reel and this like that all took 6 years and then
Mm.
but I love tattoos. I'm getting a film camera on this
Ooh,
arm to match the film reel and so just
nice.
expanding. But
Scott, you
what
never
Yeah.
told me that. I have to find out on the podcast. I thought we were better friends.
so I didn't decide about this tattoo till like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I've been wanting to finish this half sleeve for years, but I'm just like, I don't know what I want to do. And I kept on changing, but I'm going to do a mix of aspen trees, a film reel, my sobriety anniversary date, and some other stuff. And so it's going to be like a collage, but finally I've come to terms because my wife Sarah recently got her tattoo and I loved her artist's attention
Mm.
to detail, so I'm going with him. And
Hey,
yeah,
we have all three stages of love. I'm single.
Oh,
Your girlfriend and boyfriend, and Scott, you're married.
yeah, the trifecta.
yeah. So taking tattoos, right? Like, does it feel like getting like shots like repeatedly?
No, it's more like a buzzing feel. I mean, it can be a little. It depends on where you get it. Like certain
Okay.
spots are more painful than others. If it's near bone or just less muscle, it's more painful. But if it's more muscle and fat, it doesn't hurt. And it's
Hmm.
more of just like a heavy buzzing. I don't know. I like the feeling of it personally.
Oh.
And but I think for me, at first my parents were like, "You're getting a tattoo," and they questioned it over and over again. And then they fell in love with my tattoo. And then any time I was around my parents' friends, they'd be like, "Scott, show them your tattoo." I never thought I'd see the day that my parents would want to show off my tattoo to their friends, like because
Mm.
I'm the only one in my family and extended family that has a tattoo,
Oh
and
wow.
and then what still makes me laugh to this day is my cousin, my younger cousin, was just like, "Dude, you got a tattoo? Like those are permanent." I'm like, "Says the guy that has gauges in his ear." So
Yeah. So as an autistic person, like I don't like the feeling of pain. I think all of us don't like the feeling of pain. So it's like I'm a little nervous if I ever get a tattoo. Um, but like I don't know, like does it feel like good sensory wise or bad?
for someone like Jen and I, it might feel good, but for others, maybe not, and that's just other reasons. But I think for some people, it might be overstimulating. Others, it might feel
Mm,
great. That's why I would start with a small tattoo in like
yeah.
the middle of your arm or nowhere near like bone or anything.
Yeah.
When I got closer to my shoulder bone or my elbow, it hurt a lot. But when it was like
Mm,
in the middle of just muscle and fat, there was nothing to it. And I think I built up in my head this whole time that it was going to be super painful. And then they did it. I'm like, that was really nothing.
I think
oh wow,
it's
yeah.
like for sensory, it's so funny because like Sierra, you love like remember we were at that crazy hip hop thing that I did, and
Oh yeah.
it was like so loud, and I'm like, doesn't this bother you? You're
Yeah.
like, no, it's cool, and I was like, ugh. And I think people think autistic people like all are all one way, but
Yeah.
I think it's like it shows that we have different like sensory input ways.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Even my wife,
Everybody's different.
yeah, and even my wife Sarah, who got her first tattoo on like her arm here, she said it didn't hurt at all. She liked it too. So, um, but yeah, I could see you with something small musical, like some musical
Yeah.
tattoo, and maybe autism
Yeah.
related. I've Jen's seen it. I've been wanting to get my, that autism logo I have, Jennifer.
Yeah.
I want to get
Oh
that
yeah.
tattooed on me.
That's really
Ooh.
cool. See, you got to see it. I'll show it to you.
Yeah.
Like,
Ooh.
he has stickers. It's really cool.
Here's one right here.
Nice. Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So for my first film, Autism One Man's Journey, I wanted to do something other than a just normal title animation. So I
Mm.
hired a street artist from Denver to do graffiti on a wall that we were allowed to. And he made this
Mm.
whole logo, and I filmed a time lapse of it. So it was like a live, real life
Ooh.
animation. And then, yeah, I bought the rights to the logo and have sold stickers and shirts since then. So,
Mm. Yeah. That's really
Entrepreneur.
cool.
yeah.
I
Jennifer,
think
less
I
about
think
me.
I think I would get a tattoo myself. I
Yeah.
might like the feeling of it on me. Honestly, to be honest, I would probably get a flutie tattoo.
Hmm.
To be honest,
For
yeah.
real, yeah.
Yeah.
Then
All right.
you are fully endorsed by Flutie. I think Flutie should pay for that tattoo.
Yeah. Shoot. Yeah. So maybe that could be like the transition ritual. I would get a tattoo for the podcast as a host, so I can pass it.
Maybe that's the new rule of hosts. If you're
Gotta
gonna
get a
host this,
tattoo.
if you host this show, you have to get a Flutie tattoo. So
Yeah.
again, if we ever come back on the show in the years to come, we're gonna have to get Flutie tattoos.
Mine will be in permanent marker, but I'll do it.
No, 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 no. We're committing. Pinky swear.
Oh man.
Oh,
Oh, okay. So name some funny moments you've had during your time here as hosts on podcast. Were there any like funny moments?
Yeah.
I,
Uh-oh.
My favorite moment. I know this is Scott's, but I'll let Scott. I know you want to say the golf one, so I'll
I
say
don't
a
care.
different funny moment because Um, so Scott, you could go on, I think, because I know what you're gonna say already.
All right. Well, you know me too well, Jennifer. Like Jennifer and I have like very similar lives, so we just like I'm inside her head like she's in mine. Yeah, the golf one was my favorite because I mean they had so much energy. They were talking not just about their golf games, but famous golf shots, famous golfers, golf courses, playing everything. At one moment, they're both out of their chairs imitating the golf swings, and
Oh.
they were so engaged. Like, it was such good energy, and just like, it was so much fun because this was far, far above and beyond what we could have ever expected for like a podcast interview, because usually it's just like this, but they were up and out of their chairs. And at a certain point, Jennifer and I had our questions, and we're just like, we had to like burn them and throw them aside. It's like, we're just like, we just have to follow their lead.
Yeah.
And so it was so much fun. And I just, a big thank you goes out to those guys for just bringing the positive attitude and energy to a fun episode.
Yeah, that was definitely
Ooh.
the funniest and really fun episode to shoot.
Love
Agreed.
it. When you host a podcast run by autism for autism, you never know what to expect.
You never know what to expect. It's great.
I love it. What about you, Jen?
Let me think. Like, I don't know. Like, that was definitely the funniest moment. Like, cause it stands out to me. I think, but one of the funnest episodes was the one with all the stars for the music. Like when we talked about the album and stuff.
Yes.
Just,
Oh my
yeah.
god, that was my favorite. I was
Just
gonna mention
seeing
that.
all my friends on one thing and being able to ask questions, it flowed so, even though we had like a whole bunch of people, it flowed so nicely because we all know each other and just get each other, and it was just, it's like in my heart, like that's one of my favorite episodes.
Oh yeah, no, me too. Like I feel like it's easier to like interview like a lot of people at once because you won't have to make as many questions.
Yeah.
Okay, Sierra.
We'll check in with you on that one in 2 months.
Oh no, I think I'm gonna. I think I'm doing.
No, you're gonna do great. I'm just
No,
messing
you're
with
gonna
you.
do great. I think the episodes with a lot of people work well if you all know one another. When you start bunching, people from Boston, California, just all over, and they have no relationship, that's where it gets a little tougher. But it's doable, and
Yeah.
But I think like when we did Brittany and Kaylin, that was a fun episode.
That was fun.
Mm.
Yeah. That was good. You know, Brittany. Oh, my funny moment was Brittany's mic was hot the whole time. Like it was like you know, like peaking, like it was like, but we never told her. And at the end, I was like, just lower your voice a little. She's like, why did you guys tell me like at the beginning? I'm like, I don't know, it's just your vibe. Like I feel like you need to be like your mic needs to be too hot for it to be Brittany.
And another standout to me was when we were going over all our different dog names and stuff, and it's just and Brittany's like, somehow I can definitely see you naming your dog Tupac Hardcore. So,
it's been fun. It's a good look back. I like this.
The video game one was good too.
Yeah, that was really fun.
What? Video game?
We did one with Tom Ladkey and his friends from his program, and they were really passionate too. And it was just really cool, like the different personalities, but they all worked together. It was great.
And what
That's
was
really
cool
cool.
What was cool about that one is the three of them were in the same room. And
So
because the three of them were in the same room, that worked really well for our group conversation, because you could tell each one was conscientious of the other one speaking and going in turn, versus virtual. There's times where like even today, like I interrupt someone or someone else, and it's just like we're not all, you don't pick up the same just cues. So
yeah,
but that was a really cool one, and the guys went deep into the questions, and it was just a lot of fun. So,
Yeah.
do you have any ideas for episodes that you want to do?
Oh yeah. The episodes are already like written out. Well, not written out, but like the episode like idea. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah. I
great.
do. I do. It's
How
great. I love it.
how many episodes are you planning on doing?
8 or 9
Okay.
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
For like 2 months.
I'm
Great.
ready
Yeah.
for it.
Yes.
It's nice to be
I.
on the other side of the mic, like
I
today.
Yeah.
think one of my favorite parts from like being interviewed by y'all in the podcast was in the album, uh, when C Cook was like, "What college? What college?"
Yep. University of YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's my college.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was kind of funny. I like how we're breaking the stigma though, like as autistic people. Um, yeah, it's great, like breaking the stigma and hosting a podcast. I
Yep.
love how the Foodie Foundation gives us like amazing opportunities like this. Like, how does
Yeah.
that feel? Like that feels great.
Yeah. I love that. I love that. I was just telling somebody, like, they don't just give us, like, okay, guys, we're going to have a show for you and go up and perform. They, like, give us, like, goals for our life to help us
Mhm.
achieve our goals in life, like, independently. Like, not, like, depending on people, but to get to the point where, like, we're doing this. Like, I feel like we're becoming leaders. Like when they talk to us about doing coming up with ideas and stuff, and we're like taking our own initiatives, and I just love it.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
They give us lots of opportunities. I mean, I'm excited to go to Boston in August to go golfing. And I'll be out there for 2 nights to focus on my golf game, meet that side of the Flutie Foundation again, and then just them supporting us in our podcast. I mean, that was awesome because it gave us the momentum and the just motivation to want to produce episode after episode, because there were some weeks we recorded 2 episodes in a week, and then
Yeah.
it's like we would record at least 1 episode a week for a long while. So it's just finding the time to do it, and because there were two of us hosts and just other people's schedules, it was so hard to mix and match, but it all worked. And thanks to like Amanda and Liz's organization, they're able to help connect everyone, because
Yeah, they did
for
really good with that.
for me, that's a big struggle sometimes with autism, is the executive functioning piece. It's like I struggle at keeping track of a calendar schedule. That's why I need routine. And even my wife, like, she'll have to read emails to me so I can comprehend them right, or help mark things in a calendar so I can remember them. And again, thanks to Liz and Amanda, they made it possible for us to keep track of all these moving parts.
For sure. Yeah, it's great. It's great. It's gonna be great, Sierra. I want. If you don't have a question, I just want to take a minute, and I was like wondering if we could talk about the festival.
Ooh yeah, let's do it. I'm so excited for the festival.
Yeah. I DM'd Keytar Bear. He's this guy in Boston, and he's unknown. Like, he always wears a bear outfit, and he plays the guitar like on the street and stuff.
Oh
Yeah, and so I invited him to the festival. Liz said I could invite him, and he hearted my invite. So I'm hoping he comes. That would be cool if he just shows up walking around in a bear suit. I'll be like,
yes.
Keytar Bear.
But what you should do with that is have the Keytar Bear on your set when you're singing.
That would be amazing.
Ooh,
That
yeah.
would be really cool.
And
Even if he's just dancing.
jamming out with the Keytar Bear for your documentary you're working on.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh.
I'm just excited for the festival because it's gonna be not just music but artists
Yep.
and like people selling their stuff. I'm having a merch table, I think, hopefully. Well, I applied to have
Ooh.
one. I probably shouldn't say that too soon. I applied to have a merch table, and my sister said she would run it for me. And so I'm like, but you're going to miss my performance. She said, no, I'll see it from where I'm at. So I was really happy that she'll do that. If it comes true, I don't want to say it comes true. I applied.
Do you want some stickers for your merch table?
Yeah, I have some of mine, but I sell some of yours too.
Awesome.
You know, do you guys think we should have merch for the album?
I want merch for the album. I want shirts or well, actually,
Yes.
I submitted a shirt idea. And it was the album cover. You know, it was an all over print.
Yep.
So it was the album cover,
Whoa.
the instruments and stuff all over, and then it said like Stars of the Spectrum. And so I submitted. I like other people submitted too, probably. But I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool, and I
That's
think
really cool.
yeah, I think too like stickers are cool because they're affordable for most people. Like having something
Yeah.
that's affordable for people is good too.
I
I
should get a crayon
think
stick.
I picture it's more on the expensive end, but get like beanies and then have the tag be the logo of the album.
Like
So like
the like the
a lot
square
of
part.
like a lot of the square part on the beanie, have that be the logo of the album.
Dude, that'd be cool. Where's Amanda? I hope you're hearing our ideas.
Yeah, I love the album so much. Also, what I'm really looking forward to in the festival is just being reunited with like everybody.
Yes.
Everybody that was in the album.
Yes.
People I haven't seen since Fenway Park.
Yeah, all the California crew.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be great.
Although, yeah. What are you most looking forward to, Scott, for the SARS Festival, music festival?
For me, unfortunately, I won't be able to make it to the Stars Festival
Darn.
itself because I have a huge film shoot the following week.
Oh wow.
But I will be going out to Boston that Wednesday, golfing a really nice, like 5-star golf course that Thursday. And then Friday, fly back. So gonna be a short, quick trip, but
Yeah.
I've been golfing a lot recently to get my golf game back. After the first golf tournament, I got tendonitis or golf elbow, so it's like arthritis in my right elbow, and then I had to rehabilitate that with physical
they broke it.
therapy. Then when I was done with PT in this arm, I broke this elbow in 2 spots. So then I had to start physical therapy on that arm. So I think the first 4 months of my year was physical therapy. And
oh wow.
You're gonna be the comeback king.
I'm the comeback king. So now I'm back golfing a lot. I've golfed 3 weekends in a row, and
Ooh.
so but I'm still excited to. I think what I'm most excited about is just coming out to Boston for that short time and seeing you, seeing Jennifer, just hanging out with everyone for the short window I'm out there, and just the camaraderie between everyone.
Camaraderie. I do my dance.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen you, Scott. Since like January, right? Like, last time I saw you was when I met you.
Yep.
When he hit the golf ball right between Doug Flutie holding up the sandwiches.
I was terrified to do that.
I was terrified for you. I'm like, please let this go well.
Everyone else is like I'm a good golfer, but these are like great golfers. And it's like, and then, so when I get up there, it's not only hitting a ball over Doug Flutie, it's off a thin mat on pavement, which has no give like grass does. So I'm just like, just don't screw up in front of everyone. And then I hear, like, I'm taking a little practice swing beforehand to get ready, and I hear one of the golfers behind me like, not that big of a swing. I'm like, let me concentrate.
But have you gone? Oh, Go.
No, I was just gonna say it all worked out. So
Oh yeah. Have you gone top golfing before?
I
top
want
golfing, yeah.
to.
I went top golfing on for my bachelor party,
Oh, nice.
and that was a lot of fun.
Have
Um,
you gone? Have you gone? I want to go. Here.
so
Me too.
So
what
let's
I
go
really
together.
want to do is there's like the Top Golf for mini golf now. There's two of them in
Oh
Florida.
wow.
It's a Tiger Woods Pop Stroke or something, and it's
Hmm.
basically like really nice putting greens that are really hard for mini golf, but it doesn't require any knowledge of having to hit a ball. And there's one in Sarasota and one in Orlando, I think.
Hmm.
And they're supposed to be a lot of fun, and they have like
Sierra, let's
food and drinks
go.
and everything.
Just to warn you, I'm horrible at top golf, but I'm down.
But it
We
sounds
can play the Angry
fun.
Birds game. Yeah,
But
Or we
we can play.
because it's just putting, you can have fun.
Yeah, we
Like
can do
it's
the mini one.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Also, I
inviting
love.
you.
And then they
All
have
right.
music, they have food, they have drinks, they have like really
Hmm.
good ice cream and milkshakes. It's just like
Ooh. Ooh.
it's
Oh.
a whole experience there, and
Okay.
yeah.
Noted. Noted.
Noted. Noted. I say that sometimes.
I love playing the Angry Bird games
Oh,
on
that's kind
top
of
golf.
like golf.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
golf with birds.
Yeah. It's fun. I love it.
All
I
right.
always win. Well, I don't always win. Whatever. Okay. I have more questions. What was the hardest part of hosting this podcast? Jen.
Okay. The hardest the hardest part was definitely so some people are talkers and other people aren't talkers. And if you have them on the same episode, it's like you'll ask a question and some people will like get right to the answer like one sentence, and then sometimes someone like elaborates and elaborates, and it's like you want to let them talk and say their answer, but you have to try to balance it for everyone to fairly be able to talk. And finding a place to interrupt them without looking mean, or like to make it like natural and not like, okay, stop. It
Mhm.
was real. That was definitely for me, for I think the hardest part.
Hmm.
Yeah, I agree with Jen. I think because autism is a spectrum, in some episodes you just get a variety of different levels of talking. And so, yeah, there were some episodes where a person would talk for even like 5 to 7 minutes, and you like finding that point to interrupt
Yeah.
transition without hurting their feelings, but keeping the attention of the others because they're getting exhausted and frustrated on
Frustrated.
their end. So it's just like having to work with multiple personalities was difficult. And then another one that was just tough, I think, is some people can be a lot more intellectual than others. So, and others may not be as communicative. And it's just, I think my suggestion would be in the future is do more research so that the people, if you're doing 3 people on an episode, that those 3 people match the same personality or ability to be intellectual, or if people are less communicative, put them in the same episode, because it's really tough when you have those different personalities battling each other and having to navigate that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm horrible at like coming in when someone is talking a lot. Like I've always had like a struggle with that because I don't know when to come into conversation.
Yeah.
That's why I'm just always so silent when it comes to group combos.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm either interrupting completely or like just standing there. There's no in between.
Yeah.
And that's me too. I do not know when to jump into a conversation. Like
That's
I
why I
can,
raised my hand like this. See, I
yep.
just interrupted.
Oh
I'm sorry.
yeah.
I just literally did it. OMG. Sorry,
I
Scott.
can do it with 1 or 2 people, or like a close group of friends. But like if it's a family gathering with like my in-laws and my brother and sister-in-law and everyone, it's like
Yeah.
even with my parents and my family, like I can never jump it into a conversation. If I feel like it's the right time, I will start to jump in and then I'm interrupted. And then it's just like, and then same thing just repeats itself. And then I just get frustrated and give up.
I think a good metaphor is double dutch. Have you ever tried to double jump into the double dutch rope, like when they're doing the jump
I
rope
know what
Mm.
like
you're
this?
talking about, but no, I
It's
failed.
okay. So yeah. So like they're turning the ropes like this, and you think it's like, oh, I just do it and do. No, jumping into a double dutch thing is so hard, and that's how I literally feel when I'm trying to jump into a conversation because you're like trying to time it, and you're literally going like.
Yep.
And they're like, go, and you're like, okay. And by the time, I don't know. That's just how I relate to it. That would be my visual for what it feels like to jump into a conversation.
Trying to
Love it.
think what my vision of that would be.
That
Hmm. Mine is like skydiving without a parachute.
Ooh.
just ends badly every
It just
time.
ends badly every time.
Mm. Yeah. Okay. What is the best part of hosting this podcast?
The best part of hosting this podcast is being with Jennifer.
Aw.
Oh yeah.
Like I love my time with Jennifer. We interact a lot outside of this, and it's just like her and I share the same attitude, the same energy, and just without her, the podcast just wouldn't be the same, and it made interviewing these people so much more fun, and just we could go into it with a good just plan. We would support each other if there was ever any anxieties. We're there for one another, just like we are in our daily lives. We're always there for each other. So thank you, Jennifer.
True that. Well, thank you, Scott. Now I'm like, oh, shy. So I'll just be quiet.
What?
It was just,
What?
it was amazing hosting a podcast with my friend and the support we supplied each other with, because there were some days were rough for me, some days were rough for him, and we're like, don't worry, like, I'll ask the questions, or we support each other. But I guess since you'll be like just you, I think you're gonna do great though, Sierra, because I think it's good for you to stretch yourself, like doing this with having conversations, like you said. And I think I see you growing. Like I told you on the phone, like I see you growing all the time since I met you. Becoming a
Oh.
leader, and yeah, and I see that, and I think it's gonna be really good transition for you to do this. So I'm really happy for
Mm.
you.
Yep. I
Oh
think this
yeah.
will be
Thank
great for
you.
you. I think this will be great for you too, because you want to build up your music career, be a leader, like work towards fame and stardom, and just like these are the small steps that need to be taken. It doesn't happen overnight, and just the confidence you will gain from this is huge
Mm.
and
Mm.
will do nothing but benefit you in your career.
Yeah, so we're
Oh
happy for you,
yeah.
Sierra.
Yep.
I'm happy for me too.
I'm glad that you're the one taking over from us. It makes me feel like happy to pass it. Pass
Yep.
the
Oh
microphone,
yeah.
which we're working on that video coming soon.
Oh yeah. Yes. Yes. Shoot, I gotta send that message to the group chat today. Yeah, I am very excited to be going on this journey with the podcast and everything. Like I feel like my episodes are gonna be pretty cool. Like like the activities and questions I got.
Oh, she
Yeah.
got activities. That's good.
Yeah. Yeah. I should think of them, but I only have like one idea for an activity for one episode.
You just
Yep.
do
But
like two
yeah.
truths and a lie.
Ooh, yeah.
It's kind
I
of
should do
cool.
that. I should. I like
Yeah.
that. I should write that down. I love your
Okay.
ideas, Jen.
Thank you.
But yeah, it's like when Liz told me, well, asked me if I could be the host of the podcast, I'd be like, I'll think about it. And then that whole weekend, when like that whole weekend, I just thought about it, fixated on it, made my list of guests and the questions that I would ask them. I was like, okay, Liz, I'm down. And then I came up to like the intro meeting and be like, okay, so I got this, and they're like, okay, that's enough episodes. We're good. So it didn't last long.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah, fixate
Uh,
and then come up with everything at once.
Yep.
yup,
And I would
it's
also
great.
suggest like it's good to have a script and questions, but for certain podcasts, like our golf one and even the one with Brittany, like knowing when to just throw the questions aside and just go with the flow with the conversation and improvise. Like
Yeah,
I know that can be difficult for autistic people, but it's good to recognize that and just go with the flow, because I think some of the
yeah,
best episodes we had were the ones that were more conversational than panel. And
mm,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. I think like it's easy for me to improvise because I'm so used to like talking on the stage when I do my gigs and stuff.
Yeah,
So that's great. And also like taking a public speaking class, but it was online, so I'm not sure if that counts.
it counts. That's
It
good.
counts.
Yeah. Yep.
I didn't know you did
So
that, Sierra.
yeah,
That's great.
in my community college days during
That's
COVID.
great.
um. So what made you accept this position as host in the first place?
Well, Liz asked me, and like Liz is funny because like she'll come to you with an idea, and you're pretty much just like, okay, yeah, and then you're like, oh shoot, what did I just say yes to? Because I don't know, it's like Liz is always like upbeat and positive about things. So when she asked me, I said yes immediately, and then I thought about it, and I'm like, oh, it's gonna be nerve wracking, but like I can do this. I think sometimes it's good to say yes to things that are just a little bit outside your comfort zone, because that's how you grow. So
Mm.
that's how I felt when I got asked. I was just like, yeah, sure. Because Liz is always like, yeah, let's do this. And I'm like, yeah. And then I backtrack. I'm like, oh, shoot. But I'm always glad when she comes to me and has ideas. So that was my reaction.
Oh yeah. See, I thought about that too, but I was like, wait, I gotta think about this because I've never done this before.
Yeah.
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 What about you, Scott?
So Jen was approached to host this show at first, and then Jen always wanted to co-host something with me. So she came to me and asked, would you co-host this with me? And we went to Amanda with the idea, and Amanda and Liz, and they loved it. So Jennifer and I became co-hosts. So I'm just very appreciative that Jennifer wanted to include me on this journey to create this great podcast.
Yeah. I feel like it's
Nice.
only going to keep getting better as we all learn and stuff like that. And
Yep.
I'm
Mm.
just excited. I'm excited to see where it goes.
Yep.
I want to be I want it to become the #1 podcast
Yep.
out
Ooh.
there. That's a lofty goal, but you never know.
That's a reach, but you know what? The album, I thought that was a reach too. So anything is possible.
Right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. You know, honestly, one of the things that I'm afraid of when I'm hosting this podcast is like one of the episodes I'm gonna host do a podcast with my boyfriend. I'm afraid that I am not gonna have a filter and I might say too much.
Oh, yeah, that's what's great about editing. You take
Yeah.
notes and tell the editor, take this out, take this out. Scott, can I tell about your? I won't say what the joke was, but one time Scott made a joke that didn't land,
Yep.
and everyone,
It went
everyone was
way
just
over
like,
people's heads.
yeah, and I was I think
I
I
do
was
that sometimes.
editing that episode. He's like, dude, take out that joke. I'm like, I got you. So you can always do that. You can make notes, like literally write down
Oh yeah.
at this time, take this out. So that's good.
So
I
some
think my
autistic
jokes.
people have a sense of humor, some don't, and that joke just went way over people's heads to just a quiet frame of just like ghosts staring at me, and it's just like,
Yeah.
great, that hit well.
Yeah. Like
I'm
so. Go on.
Oh no, I was just gonna tell you. I made a joke about Canadian bacon the other day. So I was in my music conference, and these people were talking, and I was trying to get into the conversation, and the guy said, "Yeah, I'm from Canada," and I was like, "Do you like your bacon round?" Because Canadian bacon is,
Yeah.
and he just looked at me, and I was like, "Ooh." And,
Oh.
and then he walked away, and I ended up talking to the other people, so it all worked out because
Oh.
they thought my joke was great. So
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, sometimes like mostly like most of the jokes like they like fly over my head, do a little loop around, and then they get to me.
I love that.
Yeah, I'm kind of slow. Jen, how
What?
did I not ask you? How was that conference this weekend in Chicago
It
or
was
last weekend?
amazing. I work with a producer and a vocalist, and we wrote a song for an ad. I'm pretty sure we might get the
Ooh.
placement.
Mm.
Hopefully, so that was my best thing. That we like it was amazing. It was nice to just be able to write lyrics and have a producer like doing the track, and then the
Uh,
vocalist. Well, yeah, it was really great. I made a lot of connections for my career, and I think my return on investment is gonna be there. So it was.
Awesome.
Thanks for asking. Oh, and
yeah.
Victoria showed up. Victoria was there.
Who? Oh yeah, I saw.
Yeah, I'm standing there waiting for them to open the doors, and here comes Victoria with her drum walking across the street. I was like, Victoria? She's like, yeah, I saw you post about it. I decided to come. I was like,
Oh
dude,
wow.
this is awesome. So we spent all Friday together pretty much. She didn't do the Saturday part, but I was really happy to have her there and to hang out and stuff. So that was a cool
That's great.
surprise.
Y'all made some cool videos. um yeah, like I kind of figured you guys would just like bump into each other because I remember seeing her like saying that she was gonna go to the conference, and then you said you're gonna go to the conference. And I was like, okay, cool. Love
Yeah.
seeing that. Yeah. Scott, how was the Adobe conference? It looked really cool.
The Adobe conference was pretty crazy. Um, it was an all expense paid trip. They put us on the 57th floor of the hotel overlooking all of Vegas in a suite, and got to network with a lot of people and see basically the biggest film convention in the world. And
Wow.
then we had amazing meals, went to shows. It was the trip of a lifetime. I've never experienced anything like it. Being able to just do whatever we wanted to do, eat the food we wanted at SW Steakhouse. Terry Crews sat right behind us,
Oh yeah.
and then all our Uber trips were paid for, flights, everything. It's just like, and the networking with Adobe was huge. There's going to be more events like that for me with Adobe in the future. I think there's one coming up in Chicago in the months to come, and they're going to keep this going. And yeah, I was blown away by all of it because, yeah, go Jen.
I would have ate steak for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Just saying. Okay.
I know. I,
Ooh.
they had an awesome coffee bar downstairs that had good breakfast burritos and stuff. And then, yeah, I was exhausted by the end of it because I was just like, 5 days in Vegas is going to be way too long, but because
Oh yeah.
most of the time, 2 or 3 nights is too much. But it was workable because we had this giant suite with like a living room and an office desk. So it felt like we were in more of a condo or home than it did a hotel room. So it was
Wow.
it was the trip of a lifetime. And yeah, I couldn't be more stoked and feel more supported by Adobe than I do now.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always wanted to go to a convention that has like a lot of cool things. I mean, I think I did go to one many years ago. It was like a it's like
Playlist
Allstate.
Live? Oh,
Oh
no.
yeah. I've been to Playlist Live. I went to the FMEA conference. I like explored the expo hall when I did Allstate there, Allstate Choir.
What's
It's like
FMEA?
Florida Music Education's No, Florida Music Educators Association.
Cool. Oh, are you still in the choir, or was that part of your college?
I am in the master chorale now.
What?
Yeah, remember I told you I auditioned for the Tampa Bay Master Chorale, and we start in August.
I'm so happy for you. That's
Thank you.
amazing.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I've always wanted to get in that choir,
So
and
are
I
there
thought it
gonna
was
be
time.
shows? Are there gonna be shows in the area I can come to?
Well, there's gonna be shows in like big places like, um, Ruth Eckerd Hall, the Mahaffey Theater,
Oh,
Stratus, maybe.
okay,
Yeah,
yeah. I'm there. I'm
yeah. We sing with the Florida Orchestra.
That's so cool.
Hmm. I
Yay.
know, but we don't get paid. But you know what? It's fine. It will look good on my resume. So, and I will make new friends, hopefully. So,
Yep.
Yeah.
yeah. Any advice on how to not waste time on a podcast?
Just be prepared with your stuff
Yep.
and
Yeah. Be prepared. Like I said,
extra prepared.
extra prepared, improvise,
Yeah.
and I think just preparation means not only like script and stuff, but diving deeper into just seeing where, like we said, where people are with being intellectual and matching that, and just know where you're going to go with it. Not every podcast is the same.
Yeah. Yeah. Yo, did you guys hear about Trauma getting like 5K
Yeah, I heard it
in the album?
on the call the other day. Charlie was saying that it was getting a lot of hits, so that's awesome.
Oh yeah. Yeah. C. Quiggin Rice wrote the song called Trauma in the Stars of the Spectrum album, and I I forgot to tell you guys, well, the audience, not y'all. You probably know. I don't know. But every episode I'm going to put like a new song per week. So like song of the week. No, not new. Shoot, okay. Let me rephrase that. I am going to okay. Every episode I'm going to put one song per episode that I think you guys should listen to. And so the song of this week is Trauma by C. Quiggin Rice. And here is the song. Here's a. Can you guys hear it? I've been wasting time trying to leave. Do you really want my love or you trying to me? Just give it to me straight or I see. I feel like a relationship was sad. So I'm trying to take it to a different direction. Cause your look is nothing but perfection. That's why I try hard to stay in your presence. Ooh, baby, I know that you like it. But you're trying to fight it, but if you're down for the ride, baby, let me change your mind. Then I'll make sure that you'll be alright. I try to play no more. I try hard work for. I try to feel no more. Got me in the field once more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. It was so hard. It was so hard not to sing it. It's so catchy. Okay, so how the song came to be, right? So Liz told us that like we had to get like Rice in the album, and so Sequig like hit him up. He's like, "Yo, send me a beat," and he sent him like 2 beats, and he picked the one named Trauma. And so in a week, they made the song. They finished the song in a week.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And it ended up being one of the best songs on the album. It was so last minute, but it's my favorite song.
That's awesome.
That's
Yeah.
a great song.
Yep. As well as many other songs that are pretty freaking good. I think that's it. That's all the questions I have. Other than like any advice for me for hosting the podcast in general.
Have fun.
Any words?
Have fun. Be yourself, which you always are, so you don't need that advice. Yeah, and just always try to like have fun, you know? Just always
Yeah.
make it fun. And the audience will love it.
Yeah. And I'm
Well,
always comfortable around people like you guys, so.
People like me doing nothing
Things
behind the
behind the crowd.
crowd.
Yeah.
well,
Love that
thanks
song.
for having us on. We're excited to pass the torch to you and can't wait to see where this goes.
I'm
Yes.
passing it literally.